Out of the great state of New Jersey, more police have murdered people for seemingly no reason. New Jersey police officer who authorities say shot and killed a 911 caller is charged with manslaughter. So before people start celebrating, I need people to understand that, again, 98% of the time in all of America, police, when they kill someone, don't even get charged. So this now falls into the 2% of the time category. But what is the charge? Manslaughter? Manslaughter. So you show up to a house with a gun, you draw the gun, enter the house with the drawn gun, and shoot someone? And that's manslaughter? That's manslaughter? Really? I mean, outside of the fact that presumably a man was slaughtered, the legal definition of manslaughter kind of hinges on an accident. You accidentally became a cop, went to a house, drew your gun, and shot before knowing who you were shooting? You just did that on accident? Really? Really? Huh. So again, before you celebrate, oh, a cop got charged, they charged this cop with garbage. Garbage. A grand jury has indicted a New Jersey police officer on a manslaughter charge more than a year after authorities say he fatally shot a homeowner. So that's the only reason why we even get a charge, because it's a homeowner. I'm just saying, I'm just throwing that out there. If it was an apartment renter, we wouldn't have gotten that manslaughter charge. You put that HO word in there, home owner, compound motherfucking word. You know about compound words? I learned about those in first grade. Homeowner, you got to have a charge, because if police start shooting homeowners with no charges, then society is going to crumble. Who called 911 to report 2 burglars, the state attorney general's office said. Mantua Township police officer Salvatore Oldrati shot Charles Sharp 3 several times on accident, by the way. Like, I accidentally shot the gun the first time, and then I accidentally shot the second time, and, I figure while I'm making so many accidents, let's accidentally shoot a third and fourth and fifth time. I just accidentally shot the guy several times. Again, what is manslaughter? In the legal definition, it implies that it was purely accidental, not intentional. Imagine accidentally shooting someone 8 times, or however, I mean, several could be 3, several could be 20. Why say several? Now, again, just think about it, right? Several. Now, again, cops are professional liars, so think about it. Several is not a number, right? Why didn't they say 5 times? Why didn't they say 3 times, right? Why several? Because they don't want you to know how many motherfucking times they shot the gun. Now, maybe we'll find out later in the article, but again, the further in is buried is the less likelihood of people reading it. So again, several, very purposeful, very intentional, vague language, okay? Now, again, I don't even know how you can accidentally shoot someone once, let alone more than once. I mean, I can kind of maybe, like, you accidentally pull the trigger, you never really touched a gun before, it's got a hair trigger, maybe you don't want to shoot, but, like, they made a move and you just, like, maybe, but, like, how the fuck do you shoot a non-automatic gun accidentally more than one time? Like, I just don't get it. Like, that to me, I'm sorry, maybe I don't understand how guns work. Like, maybe if it was an automatic rifle and you just hold the trigger down, maybe, right, you could shoot multiple times on accident, but it's like, I don't even know what the fuck, like, I'm sorry, but okay, anyway, let's keep going. A dispatcher shared the information about the armed burglar with responding officers at the time, officials said. The grand jury voted to indict Oldrati on Tuesday. Sharp's life was cut short seconds after Officer Oldrati arrived at the scene while he was still on the phone with a police dispatcher. Attorney General Matthew Plotkin said in a news release. So, okay, so let me get this straight. You accidentally shot someone multiple times who, by the way, was on the phone with 911 and was presumably talking and saying things that would make it seem like they're on the phone with 911. But it was totally accidental. Totally accidental. Didn't mean it. Manslaughter, bro. What? Seconds after the shooting, Oldrati is heard saying in the body camera footage, quote, "I don't know, the guy came up and pointed a gun." A gun. Okay. A replica 49 caliber gun was found near Sharp after the shooting, according to the Attorney General's news release. CNN has saw a comment from Oldrati's attorney. Now, again, shouldn't you, before entering the scene, I don't know, the guy is on the phone with 911. Can't you get penciled in there, you know, get patched through and make a deal with the guy? Hey, where are you? What's the situation? Right? So again, how do you accidentally shoot someone multiple times? I don't think it's possible. And, oh, wow, he came up and pointed a gun. Yeah, his house was being robbed, okay? So maybe he's going to use a toy gun to try to get the people who are robbing him out of the house. I mean, it's possible, right? I don't know. Oldrati gave no verbal command or warning. Oldrati arrived outside of Sharp's home shortly after another officer, Corporal Robert Layton, official said. As Oldrati got out of the police car, Layton yelled, "He's got a handgun on him right there." According to the news release, Oldrati fired his gun multiple times. Now again, several, and then multiple. How come they aren't telling us the number of shots fired? It's on body cam. They can just count 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. I mean, how many cops or how many bullets were fired? As for the gun replica authorities say they found near Sharp after the shooting, the Attorney General's news release does not say whose it was or whether Sharp had been in possession of it. So now there's even an argument, hey, maybe they planted the replica. I don't know, like, hey, I mean, cops do fucked up shit all the time, right? So it's totally possible. When residents call 911 for service, they are connected, they need assistance, they seek protection, and they trust the officers responding to their calls will respond accordingly and help them. Now, again, anyone that actually believes this, I'm not going to lie to you. There's, like, part of me that's like, you kind of deserve it. You know what I mean? Like, and I know, triggered, I know, controversial, offensive, I know. But, like, you're calling the cops in the year 2023 in the United States of America. You're calling the cops because you think they're going to help you? I mean, hey, man, you know, crazier things have been said and crazier things have been done, but that is right up there, okay? I just want to say that much. Less than 5 seconds elapsed between when Officer Oldrati stepped out of his police vehicle and when he began firing at Mr. Sharp. So the guy pulled up, got out of the car, drew his gun, ran into the house, and unloaded on some motherfucker without asking a single fucking question. You know, I don't know, man. That's crazy. Oldrati could face up to 10 years in prison on manslaughter. Now, again, to me, like, I hear someone, like, drove into the fucking, like, you know, I highly doubt that they were following the speed limit and parked correctly. So they drove probably up onto the sidewalk slightly, you know, jumped out of the car, pulled a gun, ran into the house, and started shooting people without saying anything. Sounds to me like there may be some premeditation there. Now, I'm just saying, okay? I'm just saying. Am I going to say, now I know, oh, well, if you throw a murder one charge and they don't get convicted, he walks. That's just another example of our legal system being fucking stupid, by the way. They want to gaslight you into thinking, well, we don't think we can actually do the appropriate charge and, you know, blah, blah, blah. Fucking gaslighting, that's what that is. But either way, I don't know, man. All I need to hear, you drove recklessly into the front lawn, jumped out of the car, pulled out a gun, ran into the fucking house, and shot someone, and I'm supposed to believe it's an accident. Like, you know, like, really? That's an accident? Huh. Wow. Well, I guess you learn more every day.